In this video, we will talk about second order thinking, one of the most powerful way to think. How not using this is becoming your biggest barrier in crushing your goals and how you can apply it to your life. Just imagine, you are a king of a very rich and powerful kingdom. One day, an opera singer starts to blackmail you about some pics of yours. Or imagine you are a detective and the main suspect in your case is mentally challenged. How will you unmask him? The mental model that helped these two gentlemen to accomplish the above task is second order thinking. How? Let's find it out. Second order thinking or higher order thinking sounds like a mumbo jumbo used in rocket science. Let's demystify it. Second order thinking can be simply defined as the act of asking the question and then what. All of us are smart enough to know the immediate consequences of our actions. But the brilliant people go one step ahead and ask questions about the effects of the consequences of our action. In other words, they try to figure out the reactions beyond the immediate effects. Let's see how this gentleman used this technique to unmask the killer.
This is a hard road, isn't it? It's like when Captain Ahab was chasing Moby Dick. The whale died, all right. But the Peapod went down too.
Pequod. Ahab's ship is the Pequod.
Exactly. The Pequod. Silly of me.
A regular Joe would try to find out hard evidence against the killer, but Patrick went one step ahead and used the psychological fact that we call out other people's mistake, and the result was this.
I can see you.
History is filled with ill effects of short-term thinking. Let me give you three famous examples. When Britishers were governing India, they were concerned about the number of deadly snakes. So they started paying people bounty to catch the snakes. It worked like a charm. But then the local people saw this as an opportunity and started breeding cobras to give them to the Britishers. When the Englishmen came to know about this, they stopped the program. And the people who were breeding the cobras released them, increasing their population. People in animal farming are giving antibiotics to the livestock. Antibiotics increase the weight gained per pound of food consumed and thus giving profits to the farmer. The first order effects is to make meat cheaper and safer and increasing the profits. But this caused increase in the resistivity of bacteria towards these antibiotics, thus giving rise to the dangerous antibiotic resistant bacteria called superbugs. Yet another example is from World War II. The University of Columbia was trying to analyze the damage done to the aircrafts that returned after the mission. They recommended adding armor to the regions that showed most damage to minimize bomber losses to enemy fire. However, the mathematician Abraham Wald used the second order thinking and concluded that if these are the planes that are coming back, then the damaged areas are not critical. The planes which were hit in other regions are not even able to come back, so we should reinforce those areas. This is a classic case of survivorship bias, which is a logical error that we make while studying the people who survived. I'll make a video series on cognitive biases as well. Subscribe to this channel right now to make sure you don't miss them. All these examples were historical, and I don't care about them. Tell me how not using this model is affecting me. Good question. Remember the time when you were about to study for your final exams, but you stopped and thought, they are far away. Why not just watch this series? I'm not feeling good. This will help me to distract my mind. Sure, the first order result was pleasure, but did you consider the second order effect? Or the time when you thought summers are far away. I'm already wearing thick clothes. Let's go and eat pizza. These are the most common problems of first order thinking, and I'm sure that you have faced them at some point of your life. How to avoid this? Have a North Star in your life. A what? A North Star is your long-term goal, the thing you want to achieve in the next 5, 10 or 15 years. Having a North Star will point you in the right direction in your life. Before making the decision solely on the basis of its short-term rewards, try to think about the second or higher order effects of this decision on your long-term goals. Another very interesting and practical application of this model is to make highly persuasive arguments. Before proposing an idea to your seniors or juniors or anybody, try to think one step forward about what their reactions might be. Sounds tough? We all have done this, especially in our childhood, when we calculated the probability of getting a yes from every elder in the family and then decided to go to the person with the highest chances. Or when we tried to figure out the responses of every elder on our bad grades and then we used to go to the one with the least dangerous response. Let's see how our detective used this to find out where the singer was hiding the pigs. He gets inside her house secretly, and his partner Watson creates an illusion of a fire on the street outside. Believing the threat, the singer takes the photo out of the hiding spot before escaping. The first order thinking action would have been to search her house thoroughly. But Sherlock thought one step ahead and figured out that an item of this importance should be hidden somewhere accessible so she could retrieve it in a hurry. So, the moral of the story is, before taking action on any decision, ask yourself, and then what? Try to think about the effects of your actions. Have a North Star, a long-term goal in your life. Try to figure out at least the highly likely unintended consequences. And at last, be careful what you wish for, because you might get it. If you found this video interesting and useful, please like the video and share it with your friends and family to help them become a better version of themselves. We'll meet again in another video with some another interesting information. Till then, bye bye, take care.